Now let me go back for a moment and focus a little bit on the Nusach of a bracha of Shofar, which brings out this point in a very, very subtle and ingenious way. And you have to have, the liturgy is very, very carefully composed, and even if you have a machzor with a translation, etc., it does not always explore the subtleties of language that are employed. In the bracha of Shofarot, which is the third part of the Musaf, so it says, Ki ata shomeya kol shofar. You hear the voice of the shofar, uma'azin teruah, ma'azin, ozen, you hearken to the truah, to the crying sound. V'yein dom elach, there is no one like you, Hashem. Baruch atah Hashem, shomeya kol truas amo Yisrael. You hear the sound of the truah of your nation Israel, berachamim, in mercy. Now, it's hard to be easier to have. I should have bought a PowerPoint or something. But here is the thing. There are two expressions here, and then there's a third expression that kind of contradicts the structure. There is shomeya kol shofar. So with respect to shofar, we use the verb shomeya, and then with respect to truah, we use a different verb, lahazin. So there's shomeya shofar, hazin truah. So what's the difference between shofar and truah? And what's the difference between shomeya and lahazin? But whatever your difference, shofar is linked to shomeya, and truah is linked to lahazin. And yet when the bracha ends, shomeya kol truah. You then take truah and link it to shomeya. So what is that zigzagging that's happening in the bracha? The interpretation is the following. The shofar sound means the tekiah sound, because that's the most common one. That's the one we use most often. The truah is the crying sound, whether it's a shofar or a truah. That's distinction number one. Symbolically, the truah represents the tzaddik, who has the straight and narrow. He doesn't veer, he doesn't crack. The truah is the penitent, who does tshuva and cries to God for salvation. So that's the difference between shofar and truah. Right? Shofar symbolically is the tzaddik, the tekiah, and truah is the broken heart of the penitent. Now, what is the difference between shomeya and hazana? So the Meforshim say the following. Shemiya is b'kavod. When I'm very near to you, I hear what you're saying. Hazana is, I'm far from you, so I incline my ear. Like if you're talking over there and I can't hear you, I may pull my ear towards you to get the sound. So now, based on these two understandings, shofar is tekiah, which equals sadik. Teruah is the bal tshuva. Right, that's one set of distinctions. The other distinction is shomeya is b'karov, and hazana is merachok. So now let's read the bracha in light of those dichotomies. Ki ata shomeya kol shofar. You are near to the tzaddik. You hear the tzaddik's prayers, God, with a sense of nearness, because the tzaddik is so near to you. But the truah, the one who has sinned and hasn't yet completed his tshuva, your mazin, you hearken to the inarticulate stirrings of his heart. That even if they haven't even come to his own consciousness, you're mazin. But there's still a distance. It's not b'karav. But then, when the tshuva is completed, you become a shomeya kol truah. See, kol truah is when the stirrings of tshuva externalize themselves in proper behavior. And when that happens, Hashem is shomeya, Hashem is karov to the Baal Tshuva, even greater than the tzaddik. When it only remains in his heart, Hashem is ma'azin but that is merachok. When it becomes kol trua, shomea. This is really quite amazing. This is not just poetic rhetoric. Otherwise, you listen to the shofar, you listen to the trua. It's really referring to the idea that to the tzaddik there is closeness. But even the person who is still sinning, Hashem is attentive to the stirrings of the heart, the inarticulate yearnings. And when those inarticulate yearnings become an actual voice that is expressed in behavior, then Hashem is shomeya b'kagod to this person as much as he is shomeya to the tokiya, to the shofar, the tokiya, who is the tzaddik gomer, and even greater, because b'makom shebalei tshuva omdim, tzaddikim gemurim einam yecholim lamud. Right, so that's an interpretation of the bracha of Shofar Rosh.